NBC News political reporter Megan Leibowitz joining us now with more on this. Hey, Megan, good morning. So we've been hearing about this for a while. President Trump actually announced plans for this event last summer. A bunch of things that have been announced and planned for this celebration of the country's 250th birthday coming up here. And then we've also been talking about it for a bit because it was quite a sight to see what was being built, or the structure for this, the construction just in front of the White House. We've been showing our viewers pictures of that for a couple weeks now. Can you give us some of the highlights from last night's event?
Hey, Savannah, good morning. Yeah, this event has been in the works for going back to last summer. So President Trump had watched this event, which was part of America's 250th anniversary that's being commemorated with a string of events happening later this summer as well. But as you mentioned, this also fell on President Trump's own birthday, his 80th birthday. So President Trump was there. He watched this event alongside thousands of other people, including high-profile administration officials, people like Vice President J.D. Vance, people like Secretary of State Marco Rubio, FBI Director Kash Patel, as well as VIPs, people like Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg, as well, alongside active military members, too. So there were 14 fighters, including 8 Americans. And as you mentioned, you know, in terms of some of the highlights here, it was really a lot of this was about the spectacle, the fact that this took place on the White House South Lawn in this massive structure that we have seen being built. It's 92 feet tall. It's called the Claws. So, and we've seen that, and you've shown it on the show as well to viewers. And it's really this massive structure and this massive production. And there was also a pretty hefty price tag here for the UFC. The UFC has previously said that this event would cost them more than $60 million, Savannah.
Megan, I do want to get to a couple other things out of Washington with you this morning. One is this law. Our viewers might kind of understand what have heard of this and what it may mean for them. It allows for the U.S. government to surveil foreigners who are abroad by collecting domestic communication information, okay? It expired on Friday. Lawmakers left town without extending it. It's the first time, actually, that this law has lapsed since it was passed back in 2008. So break down what this means for intelligence gathering and where politicians stand on this and renewing it.
Yeah, so it's a controversial program because critics of the program have argued that it could ultimately sweep up information about Americans or communications with Americans in the surveillance of foreigners abroad. Now, Democrats had expressed a reluctance to extend FISA because of President Trump picking housing official Bill Pulte as the acting director of national intelligence to serve in that role when Tulsi Gabbard ultimately leaves. Now, President Trump since then has said that he's going to nominate Jay Clayton, who's the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York, for the position permanently, but he's also going to have to go through that Senate confirmation process. And President Trump has still said that that Bill Pulte will serve as the acting director of national intelligence. So now we're also getting a twist from President Trump, where President Trump has now posted to Truth Social saying that he now wants an extension of FISA, if it goes forward, to be paired with the Save America Act. He wrote, "I'm against FISA if it doesn't come with the Save America Act full version." So the Save America Act would reshape how elections are operated. And President Trump as well has said that he would want this to include things like banning transgender women and girls from playing in women and girls sports. Now, in terms of what this means for the future of FISA right now in the short term, so FISA is operating on this year-long certification from the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court. That does not expire until next March. And so some legal experts are saying that they think that this program can continue operating until then without congressional approval, Savannah.
Megan, quick last one here for us. Republican Senator Mitch McConnell, he, of course, once served as the Senate Majority Leader. He was hospitalized over the weekend. What do we know?
Yeah, so we actually don't know that much about this right now. So a spokesperson for the senator had said in a statement that the senator was admitted to the hospital on Sunday morning and that he's receiving excellent care. But the spokesperson did not provide information about the senator's condition or why the senator was hospitalized. So still a lot of questions that we're still trying to get answers on. The senator, he's 84 years old. He's also previously faced some health issues as well, including earlier this year being hospitalized for more than a week for what was described as him experiencing flu-like symptoms, Savannah.
All right, Megan, thank you so much.